Hey guys, welcome to the last and final stream of PDXCON 2019. It's Hearts of Iron, and it's nice to be back here again.
Yeah.
It's so awesome to have this final event every single year.
Yeah.
It's just a pleasure right now. And we have a special thing for you today. It's gonna be really, really awesome. So, I'm Daniel, by the way. Good to know.
And I'm Dan.
And we are going to be your commentators for this evening. This like 5-hour clash almost. It's going to be absolutely insane. So for today, we have brought you the, well, greatness of Sweden, of course. But today's setup and objectives are that it's a rush for Africa. We want players to take as much and as many nations in Africa as possible, gaining points. So you gain 1 point by annexing a nation, you gain 1 point by taking another player's nation, and if by the end of the game you have the absolute largest continuous space in Africa, you gain 5 extra points. So it's going to be absolutely insane. The special rules for this session is, well, of course, as you can see, Africa is decolonized. Volunteers are free for everyone, always, as soon as they reach the 30 division limit. And, of course, war goals. War goals, you can declare them neither your democracy, fascist, communist, whenever you want to. God, it's going to be absolutely crazy.
And you've also rebalanced some of these nations a little bit to even the playing field.
Exactly. So instead of having like the specific, exactly the same nations back and forth, I instead transferred some manpower, added some factories, added some civilian factories, so everyone right here shall have it pretty goddamn equal.
Yeah. Except what they don't know, right, is they think these are the rules, but me and Daniel are just going to play Sweden and then just stomp everybody for 4 hours now.
Yeah, that would have been the best thing ever. But I think we are pretty much ready to go, except we have a couple of teammates we need to introduce, and we have a lovely bunch of people this day. Like, I'm super happy with the turnout.
Yeah.
Like, how doing?
Should be good.
To introduce everyone, we begin at the very, very top with the Northern Folks, led by our lovely teammate Ilya. And he has 3 great players underneath him. Flora Worry, recently winner of Master Universalis. But Enigmatic Rose and Modern Viking. They're playing Portugal, Bulgaria, and Greece. Give them a round of applause, guys. Then on the second row, we have the Sunrise Invaders, led by our teammate Drickus, content designer on Hearts of Iron. He has Acebeck, Boquen, Gassy Mexican playing as British Ross, Australia, and Siam. And least, and probably smallest, we have our team leader of the Sunset Invaders, Nile. It's super awesome to have you here as the final thing before you leave. It would be awful to have you leave, but thank you for everything you have done all these years. But he is in charge of Marborseer, Shenry, Burke Black. They're playing Brazil, Venezuela, and Colombia. Give them a round of applause, and that's our 3-player teams. So, I don't think there's very much more. Let's jump into the game, and I might actually have been Sweden right there. And not observer, so...
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm actually Sweden right there.
Oh.
You are observer, though.
I am. But that doesn't help, because it's you're the one who's...
Well, that's a big failure.
Yeah. Should we... I don't think you can switch to that, so I think we might have to...
Well, I can hot join in as observer.
You can, but you're also hosting. Guys,
PDXCON 2019, woo!
It's so live. This is why we normally start the lobby first.
Yeah.
Should we jump out, just recreate it real quick?
I think we have to.
It's the best. I mean, we're playing for hours. So.
Yeah, like, we're playing for such a long time. Teammates, team leaders, you can talk a bit more about players, but what do you expect from this entire section?
I mean, Sweden to win, obviously, right?
Yeah, Sweden, of course. But I think it's going to be an absolute great session. Yes, we get this entire thing on the road.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. You had a good evening. Enjoyed ParadoxCon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm rehosting everything.
Yeah, we're gonna be rehosting. It just takes a little bit.
Okay. By the way, I hope everyone doesn't like CD. No, cool. We're nice.
Yeah. So. So while you're frenetically typing, Daniel, what do you think? How's PDXCON been so far?
I've been like I've had so much to do, but it's been pretty goddamn awesome. Like I've been talking with so many people I barely can count. Like everyone asking about La Resistance, of course.
Yeah.
I think people are a bit hyped about it. Like
that's super hyped. I think I've been talking, I don't know how many hours now, but spilling the beans on a lot of the features.
I think my #1 question is, hi Daniel, so about spies.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like the CK...
I just have people talking about the peace conference with me. I don't know.
The CK3 announcement was absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, with the monks, so good, so good.
Walking in forward, oh my god, that was
absolutely amazing. Let me just find this game
one
here.
above that. The one above that.
Oh, could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been interesting if I joined a different multiplayer game.
Modded Viking, you're not Sweden. Don't even try that. But what did you enjoy the most?
I think just talking to the fans, honestly. That sounds like a PR answer, but it's not.
That's the crazy thing about it. I think I've talked with probably above 50 people. And I think my absolute highlight of the entire PDXCon, including CK2 release, CK2 free-for-all, I got a salt goblet. Like a salt-carved goblet out of salt rock. It was so fantastic. I was out for words. It was impossible.
Wow.
No one has... Like,
are you going to drink salty tears out of the salty goblet?
Apparently I might get poisoned if I do it.
Oh.
But like, it's the most amazing thing ever. Yeah, Modded Viking, come on. No Sweden for you. That's ours.
Let's switch to player map mode, Daniel, so we can monitor what they're doing.
Yeah, we all can see this.
We'll give you whales if you keep doing that.
Are you stuck? Oh my god. There we go. Greece, that sounds a lot better.
Right.
I'm on server now. I'm not Sweden at the same time because this was shining, but I was also. Hotgun is fine. Everything is good to go, I think. We have Ace. Oh, actually, we can just go quick look on the map. Aspec is in India. We have Gassy Mexican in Siam. We have Bokuen in Australia. And right here, we have Modded Viking in Greece. Egmatic Rose in Bulgaria. We have Flora War in Portugal. And Burke Black, Colombia, Shenry, Venezuela, and Marble Seer in Brazil.
Yeah.
I like the mix. I really like the mix. So everyone's in, everyone's ready. I'll be honest, I'm not confident, but I intend to be a vassal to be molded. It's a good attitude. Colombia will rain powder upon you all. So the pirates of Colombia. I like that. Oh, of course, it's Burke Black also. Oh my god. So now, let's see if we can begin this MP.
So did you give the pirate the biggest fleet?
We are observer, good, we're not in. No, I actually, pirates can be very tricky to handle, so I decided that most of the nations have one big player that has a naval that will basically be the entrance way for them to join into the African way. So it's a 1-year truce, it's to 1937 before anyone can justify war goal, basically get everyone into the game, learn how to play it, set up all their factories, and just generally get their hands onto the game, since not everyone is super skilled, but I think we're gonna have a freaking great game.
We have some skilled players spread around the teams. It's gonna be interesting. See how well they coach their sidekicks.
Yeah, so that's why we also have the different Paradox developers helping them out whenever they might need anything.
So who do you think are the strongest countries, though, from the setup here?
Like the strongest country, if you just look, I aimed for most of the players have 3 military factories in one way or another. Everyone should have above 120,000 manpower, so everyone is kind of equal, can get a couple divisions up. And one thing that I actually didn't mention was every single nation in Africa has a couple of factories, one way or another. Like, I just squeezed in, except Botswana probably, because they would be way too overpowered. If you remember last time, Botswana forever.
Yes.
But
Salt.
I try to squeeze in everything, so once you go in there, take a land, you actually gain something back. And I expect pretty much every nation in the world to turn fascist, because they have all the manpower, but they are free to do so.
Yeah, I mean,
I
should give it a bonus point for winning as a communist.
Is everyone ready?
How about the teams? Are you guys ready? Can we unpause?
You'll do fine,
right.
you'll do fine. Okay, let's begin. And of course, Italy was the next.
There we go.
So that's some pre-set up things I did just to make sure everything works
Yeah,
properly.
Daniel didn't actually play Sweden until this level.
So if we look at a map, it's basically Sweden is the great power of trade. If you need anything, trade with them, they will have it. And of course, we have a free independent Wales, because that's something you have to have in every game. And Denmark is subjugated by Sweden.
As it should be.
So if we're going to see any early moves, I kind of just want to go around and see what. So Brazil focusing on infantry weapon and sport equipment. I expect it to be very basic. We have some submarines coming in there, of course. I'm really excited to see if anyone's going to try to do these raids.
It's be interesting if everybody goes with submarines, though.
Venezuela, very classic. More infantry, and the same, I guess, with... No, actually, one infantry, one artillery, and one support equipment. So trying out the different things here and there. Just getting a basic setup. I would be very surprised if anyone tries to go for very heavy tanks, but... like, the goal is...
it's not going to be a great idea in Africa,
like,
I think.
You can defend properly with some infantry, and that's probably enough to go into Africa. So I wonder if some faction is just going to rush, try to grab as many nations as possible, or if they're going to trap 5, 6 different nations and just try to disrupt the other players as much as possible.
Yeah,
if
it'll be very interesting. I think we're going to probably see an early scramble, right? And
I think someone is a bit worried about naval invasions.
I mean, I was too. I was like, Portugal. Probably someone's going to try and invade them. Was my first thought. So,
but I was thinking, like, I'm very much expecting Portugal to just go in and kill Kingdom of Morocco, so they get access to all of the allies. And well, as soon as the 1937 takes forward, I pretty much expect we're going to have justification coming from there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, what are they doing right now? Very classic build. We have submarines coming from here as well, but also some convoys.
Yeah.
If
we have 150, but...
Yeah. If we jump all the way over to Greece, infantry weapons and submarines, wow, people are really going to get to submarines. Yeah. But here are some motorized. Finally something unique from Atlantic Rose. Lovely.
I think it makes sense. You might want some very fast units, because here's the thing: like, there's not going to be that many units down in Africa.
No.
So you can take a lot of territory just simply by being faster and circling and stuff like that.
Most of the nations right here go for some kind of industrial path, but we also see a couple of army efforts and political paths. It's basically just going to be a gold mine to hunt down.
Yeah.
If we check the British Wash, they are a bit damaged. They have a couple of bad penalties. I gave them 10 more stability to modify from this one. And otherwise manpower, well, they have like minus, how much is it right now? 69% plus another minus 20. So the effective manpower is 11%. They still have 240,000. I also unlocked for them so they can pick any advisor they want, just in case they want to go.
So are we going to see Gandhi?
We could be.
Yeah.
Very much could
Furious
be.
Gandhi.
Oh my god, nuke Gandhi.
I mean, this is A-spec. I mean,
oh
he'll
no,
probably do
what
it.
did I done?
You gave Gandhi to A-spec.
Yeah, this is gonna go so bad. Otherwise, as Siam, we can see they have 4 military factories. Just keep going forward. And all the way to Australia and Bokwin, we have 4 military factories. And convoys, really? I heard him bragging constantly for like hours and like, I'm gonna have the best submarine force.
Maybe it was a diversion. Maybe he's just saying that because the others were hearing it.
But we were alone.
Maybe he doesn't trust you.
Well, you're sure right about that. I had definitely told the other guys to look out for that.
Yeah. Oh well, I'll be interested to see what happens. Like I'm just looking at the screen, going like, "Oh, the game looks so different," because like I've been playing with more top bar buttons and a totally different map mode selector and stuff for quite a long time now, and it's like,
for 1 second, my mind is like, Dan, what the hell are you doing? You can't speak about La Resistance.
I can. We've announced it now.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome. I'm just really sad we couldn't play with this. Just imagine all the spy madness we would have.
It's so hard to time PDXCon to like when things are actually playable.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have a fun multiplayer game towards the end though.
Yeah. So, are people just training everything for free? Let's see. Yeah, people are really just trying to train as much as possible since they have this 1 year of grace period.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. Yeah.
So how I also designed the teams was that each of these factions should have one a bit newer player, one really experienced player, and one that was like in between both of them. So we have Brazil, Marbusier, he's a really good player. I basically think he's gonna lead one. He places his fleet right here. Brazil justifies against one nation, we have Colombia justifying against Venezuela, one each, and just all are guided by the Brazilian fleet, and they're gonna move in and take this area. How I thought about the northern faction was, well, we have Floor Warrior, a pretty decent player, we have Modern Viking, a pretty good damn player, and we have Ignamat Cruz, a bit newer, but everyone, they have a large area right here, so if you see just by playing out points, 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points might seem very uneven. But if just the northern faction, northern folks takes 1, 2, 3, 4, sure, much larger areas. But they have a huge opportunity to just gain those 5 extra points in the ending. It's well protected, it's safe for them, and they can just really score in high in the ending. So I expect if anyone's gonna try to like disrupt it, a weird naval invasion sneaking by or something like that, it's gonna be really, really interesting to see what they're gonna plan to do.
I mean, when it comes to resources as well, like anyone who's neighboring Sweden here, or is that everybody now?
Yeah, everyone.
Is gonna have an advantage, right? Because it'll be easier to get access to the resources.
Well, I guess everyone except...
Oh yeah, maybe that's why he's got convoys.
New Zealand is off limit. Stay away.
They'll be the
I'm
last.
watching him. I'm watching that justifications.
Yeah, well, Australia is flying the Jolly Roger.
Yeah, but basically we have Bokren, extremely good player, extremely good memer as well, and have Gas Mexican with them, a bit newer, and then A-Spec. Well, I think he said last time he played the game was 1.0.
Yeah.
But he still knows the game very well, so I expect Australia to place their navy right here, so everyone can jump over right here. Basically the same thing right here, 1, 2, 3 nations, just to get a good beachhead. So what I hope is getting 1 northern beachhead, or well, 2 actually, one western beachhead and 1 eastern beachhead. And of course we have the crown of Africa, or should I say the boots of Africa? I don't really know.
I don't know though.
South Africa. They are even better than the usual on the base game. I gave them even more stuff. They have more factories, they have more units, they have more equipment. They're like this little golden enemy in the bottom.
But they're the hardest to get to, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. They're far away from anyone. I don't think anyone can reach them without doing a middle stop in Africa, but it's kind of equals both. Sure, a bit unfair against the northern faction, but they're also a bit stronger than everyone else.
Yeah, and I mean, they have an easier... time to get down there as well.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be any resources down in Africa that matters now? It's because everybody can just trade with Sweden and it'll be fine?
Like, resources are mostly chromium, which is for heavy stuff. We have some tungsten spread around. Rubber is always, if people are going to have like this small tiny air force going around, it's probably going to be there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we can see, if we check Brazil, they have rubber, they have some steel, and of course they have oil. That's going to be so very important for their faction. That's like the one big advantage they have. They have the oil, everyone else is probably going to have to trade with Sweden for it. Australia, well, they have steel, they have tungsten, so I'm guessing some kind of artillery would be very beneficial for them.
Yeah.
If we scroll up slightly more, they have more rubber, more steel, rubber, chromium. They're like a well-rounded army-based faction. And it's kind of similar for the northern faction as well. Aluminum, so I guess they could potentially be a bit stronger in Air Force, having both aluminum and then maybe some rubber when they invade. And of course they have the tungsten god of everyone, Portugal. So I think like they have different good aspect, each and every one of them. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they're gonna focus on. And of course
Yeah, I'm peeking a little bit. I think I figured out what Bakoan's strategy is going to be, and while we didn't see the production thing we were expecting, exactly right. It's a kind of a cool historical thing as well. He's doing the Fly the Jolly Roger thing, and if I remember my stuff correctly, the Allies actually had pirate flags on their submarines.
Oh my god! So
It's
what
pretty
you're
cool.
saying is I betrayed Burke Black by not placing him in Australia.
Yeah, I think this is the only way you're gonna go properly piratey, you know?
Let's see. Have we any other great plans for everyone? Collective ethos. Yeah, no surprise right there. I pretty much expect everyone to go some kind of fascist. India, they are locked away from a couple things, but I did, like I said, unlock so they have some certain criteria. Some political power, some army innovations right here, British pilot training, so maybe they can go some kind of air force.
So does our rules block factions in any way now? Can they invite the miners?
No, like they could, but that's not going to be any point in any shape or form. They need to annex them, or they need to puppet them.
Yeah.
And like if they are technically not allied right now, they should be able to very easily form a faction, but they need to go down the path a tiny bit. So I kind of wanted that to be, if you want to be an ally quickly, you need someone to go down and get ideologic fanaticism. So
Yeah.
are you going to be an ally? They're still a team, but are you going to fall as one?
Yeah, that's true. I
Rise
mean,
at one.
I'm actually kind of curious to see if anyone's just going to go straight for the throat of the other nations or focus on Africa, right? Because it's
Yeah.
going to be pretty hard to knock all of them out. I think
Yeah.
maybe you could take one out, right? But then you're going to be left behind in the scramble on Africa here.
Like I was also thinking of adding them as a faction. I was going to ask them about it, but then we began this stream.
Yeah, so we'll see
So
how
I
it
guess
goes.
so I kind of invented it to a tactical element instead.
Excellent. It's never a bug, it's a feature.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a surprise feature.
Like you take the bug and you dress it up in a suit, and suddenly it became a surprise feature.
Yeah. Let's see here.
God, I see a lot of activity just generally out on the field. They're walking around, poking people left and right, poking out different things. So like I'm interested to see what they have planned.
Yeah, Niall's looking very serious over there, trying to.
But God, I'm so excited to see. Like we are reaching like halfway into the grace period before everyone is gonna throw everything in. Because if you jump in as Brazil, they can just fight straight away. Well, as soon as they get political power for that.
Yeah.
It's still gonna take like 250 days. So
What have they
do
been
have
spending
time.
on the political power on actually?
Political power-wise, they have added an industrial concern right there. Let's see, Venezuela. Shenry has maybe a bit of advantage in the way of they are already fascist.
Yeah.
They can partial mobilization and just go straight for it. Home with like 250 days each. So it's 250 days for each every faction. As soon as we get into a play war, we'll probably slow it down a bit. But for now, let's just keep going fast as possible.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
There's already some preparation going on here. So we can see what the strategy probably will be.
Yeah. Ooh, right. They have this little small island right there.
Yeah, it's almost tricky. We kind of, I don't know if we want to speak too highly to
Exactly,
spoil the surprise of it.
Yeah,
you know.
but we can kind of clearly see what they're planning to do right there.
I saw someone look behind them.
It's all fine and good. Like, everyone can do it, so it's fair game.
I guess that's true.
Let's see, Greece, how are you doing? Fine. Political effort, yes. Armaments effort, excellent. Pakistan is free. But I blocked that, goddammit.
Yeah. It looks like both Greece and Bulgaria are going fascist here.
Why in hell is Pakistan free?
Oh, I thought they were Swedenified as well.
No, Pakistan should be belong to British Raj.
All right. Well,
Why is it always something that goes wrong?
that's a lot of moving parts.
Like, they are justifying against Pakistan right now, but I'm gonna allow it just because they're not supposed to be there.
I think this is fair.
They just remove them from the map. It's fair game.
Should we rule that people can't protect them?
Yeah,
'Cause I think
people can't protect
I think they're needed for
and
the
Burma?
for the balance.
Why is Burma there?
Maybe it couldn't be like a focus choice or something like that. Things get a bit weird when we bypass the focus tree. Could there be like some events we missed?
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh well, I guess.
Random stuff happens. Woo!
Yeah, I guess India is going to have an easier time getting military experience.
No, well, they have absolutely nothing. So this is supposed to happen after the entire World War is over.
Yeah.
So it should be like peace and freedom for everyone. But well, I guess Aspec is gonna get some initial training on how to actually play. Like that was actually my plan from the very beginning. Since he said he hadn't played anything for 1.0, I decided to, if he learns how to justify war and stuff like very early, it's gonna be excellent.
Yeah. Nice catch.
Exactly. Siam, how's it going? Nationalist focus is straight down right there. I think they want Siam to just go straight down to and make sure they have a faction that can be as one and just invade properly. Do we have anything from Australia, my dear friend? Yeah, they're just justifying, or well, they're actually training their divisions right now. Oh, right, that's why they're going for faction straight. They want faction right here. Actually, they can just ask for dock access, but to just transfer away the boats all the way so they can actually get over the sea right here.
Yeah. It can make sense to have a faction as well in case someone gets singled out, right?
But otherwise, most of these nations are slow but steady building up, getting a couple more civilian factories right there. That's pretty
that's
awesome.
true. The longer you wait, the juicier it is, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow. That sounds actually horrible. Like using up a pig.
It's like, you know.
Otherwise, construction.
I don't know. That's you know, you can then use that strategy everywhere when you're trying to go for a minor country in HoI, right? Because they're getting a lot of build-up initially that you can't recreate so easily, right?
Exactly. That's usually what I actually do with Austria before I unleash them. I let them, check and see, are they doing like construction effort, are they doing armaments, and if they are, I delay it a tiny bit, so it'll be a lovely...
It's like a nice steak, right? You gotta rest for a bit if you eat it. I'm very sorry for this mental image.
What the hell is this stream coming out to? But yeah, kind of 2 hours into this stream, once everything has begun, we can have a short break, but it's a long way to then.
Yeah. How many hours have you been streaming today, Daniel?
Well, I've only been streaming for like 2 hours today.
Oh.
Since we had me, Lorenzo, and Matthew.
Mm. Yeah, we did like a Q&A on HoI as well where you were at, so you had a bit of break. Well, depends how you see it. It's answering questions furiously for like, how long did we do it? An hour and a half, something?
Let's see if we actually can just get the player map mode configured right here.
Oh yeah, put players back on there. That's actually a good point. I'm gonna do that as well.
Yeah, but now I actually can't find it. There's the player. Yeah, is it already in? No. Well, let's remove resistance, I think, and we're gonna place players right there instead.
Yeah, it probably won't be a thing, right? So.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, I normally have it on factions, but I think it might be interesting now to.
Yeah, Bangladesh declare on Pakistan.
I don't know. Should we have some minigame rules here? It's like some extra score for this, maybe.
Oh shit! I mean, because they spawn a lot of troops as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we might actually have to just say the Rios, remove them.
You don't think we could have him just switch country?
Because he has tons of different, like he's justifying as both of them. He's spending political power. It's a bit unfair to Aspec.
Yeah. It's a bit tricky though. I wonder if we could have him drop out and then join the other faction. Yeah, that'll be tricky.
They're gonna die either way. Like he's gonna kill them both, and let's see, have they actually stolen anything from him? Not really. He's still very strong.
Remember earlier today I said I wish we had like a game master mode where you can tweak some of this stuff.
Yeah, that would have been absolutely awesome.
I think it'd be great, especially for like,
guy,
for like
okay,
open
he did
games.
a great invasion. Let's throw some manpower right there. But yeah, as far as they're not messing too much with Aspec, they can be there. But as soon as they are actually screwing up, we'll deal with them. Otherwise, with great power of Sweden, 1,100 factories, actually building a pretty large army right now. They are supposed to be very neutral, and people are of course not allowed to like ask for equipment or anything from them. So we're gonna see what happens.
I'm actually worried what the AI is gonna do, right? But I think we'll leave that as an interesting thing, right?
Until AI Sweden with neutral focus, like, I don't want to be neutral anymore. I'm gonna kill everyone.
I mean, you do have historical focuses on, but you also been messing around in pretty much everything now. So we're
gonna see what happens. So we're soon.
What do we do if the AI wins this?
Where's our AI programmer? Is he here today?
Yeah. I think he's actually on the flight home now.
Oh, infrastructure effort right there. They're just trying to build up as much as possible. Is that the same for everyone? Infrastructure, armaments, infrastructure. Oh, so they're just going straight to actually building up as much as possible. Or, of course, they might just be trying to reach the extra research slot.
Yeah.
Most of these nations are pretty low. We have 2 on Brazil. I think we have 2 on most of these nations. And 2 on Colombia. Checking Greece, I think they might have the advantage right here. They have 3 factories right there. Portugal, 3 factories. Yes. And Bulgaria, they have 2. And we see something slightly more special come from Bulgaria.
Oh, that's...
And they also turned fascist right now. Wow, that was a really quick fascist switch.
Yeah.
Welcome, fascist Bulgaria.
Yeah, I think it was a combination of the... Did you go through the focuses as well?
Oh, that's a lot of way right there. That's lovely. And more political power right there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, Raj, 2
I'm
factories.
just wondering what's going to happen to Bangladesh.
Siam, 2 factories, and Australia, 2 factories.
Yeah. Does Australia have an invasion on Sweden there? Oh.
Well, it is kind of interesting that he's planning to do that quickly.
Yeah.
If we can, like, if they can start
It might be a defensive thing as well.
defensive invasion, yeah, that's totally a
Well,
thing.
you know, remove the other person's access to the ports and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's true, but still, I'm invading you for defensive purposes.
Yeah.
That's never been
Well,
done in
what would
history.
be the Australian version of Pearl Harbor?
Pearl... Timor?
I don't know. my Australian slang is too weak, unfortunately.
But yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting to see how everything turns out. Like, we just have this nice, cool, slow build-up. And like, it might be a bit slow for everyone watching, but it feels very nice for them to just get into the game, slowly start to realize, getting your plans together, talking with each other, and just get that teamwork up and rolling right now.
It probably doesn't feel that slow for the Raj though, because they can see that progress bar.
Yeah, they have tons of different war goals and stuff already going on.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna go actually. If they could have a faction, then maybe the others could help it out.
But very, very soon, war will begin. Well, actually, justifications will begin. The question is, like...
What's the fastest they can justify at this moment?
Fastest is 250 days. Unless... the big question is, if the Raj turn fascist soon...
Well, when that war kicks off, the tension's going to go up as well.
Yeah, and that's going to reduce everything.
Yeah.
So that's the real plan, why I didn't fix it or something.
Hashtag blame Daniel.
No, let's not begin with that again. Let's see.
I never stopped, Daniel.
Ah, that's true.
All right, so...
Never another Gallipoli, and of course down fascist right here. Brazil, fine and dandy. So only 2 more months before everyone can start like fabricating. So what I think will happen is Maurizio gonna place his navy right here, and then all 3 of these nations are gonna justify 1 target each. Like, even if just one of them gets in here, like Maurizio joins in, take Gambia for something, and then the other people can just, well, declare war against Senegal and Portuguese Guiana, and then just from there go there.
Boost them up equally or based on size for the factories and stuff?
The African nations, or the African nations, I basically gave them so they had full building slots.
Okay.
So the more slots they had, the better they became.
Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, so I'm trying to see who has the most submarines here.
Of course, submarine warfare.
Yeah.
And we have some... Oh no, what happened with Shen right now? They're laughing their asses off. What are you doing, Niall?
You guys good?
I trusted you. I don't see anything weird. They have a non-aggression pact with each other. Yeah, that's very true. But nothing seemed to be really strange. I think it might have been the guidance on Niall that made them all go pretty aggressively down the path of research.
Yeah.
Well, let's wait and see right there. All the way
I don't see anything either.
All the way in Australia, we have just, well, all the navies have turned back. Which Raj soon have both of their wars going on. Well, actually one of them at least in 100 days. Wow, that's quite far. And they are gonna actually lose one justification because of it. I would probably recommend him just cancelling his against Burma. Doesn't really have anything. Well, it actually does have something now. I didn't think so. Later, that's going to be an advantage for him.
Yeah.
Just because they are going to do some industrial focuses.
Yep.
Oh,
So it doesn't hurt, I guess, right? Get it
well,
out of
it
the way.
does hurt because he's getting this entire mess to deal with.
Yes.
But it's kind of hurting him in the race to, well, Africa. But if they play smart, I think it might be possible for them to maybe squeeze out a tiny advantage from that.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what's fun. No HoI game is the same, and if weird shit happens to that as well, it's just double up the fun.
Yeah, I mean, some of that is us trying to come up with wacky rules every time. Maybe one of these times we should do like a historical one, which is what we test all the time.
Historical, wow.
I mean, for a little bit it will be, probably.
Yeah. Maybe with La Resistance it could be possible. Because even if a France would fall or a Poland would fall, they would just transfer away and they just harass the German player with resistance actions all the time.
I want to see a multiplayer game where we have a player both in Free France and
in
Vichy, and then I want to have 2 players in the Spanish Civil War.
Oh my god. You just want madness, you just want the world to
I think
burn.
it would be super cool though.
Well, let's see, very, very soon, in 10 days, Justification will just probably start flying out from all nations around the world, and we're gonna see where they're gonna get into Africa. Docking rights to British Raj, no surprise right there. So I guess they're gonna send over the entire navy, and then we'll see what happens. And of course, we have Portugal here in Goa.
Oh yeah.
So I was thinking if I should remove Portugal's weird random position, but if they're not careful enough, Portuguese division might go up and sneak by right there.
Yeah.
So it might be that these nations that's why we have the aggressive move right here. You just want to remove that as quickly as possible, which is definitely a play.
Yeah, I think so.
But I was hoping they were going to be like,
that,
it's not going to be necessary, it's going to be fine until Portugal used it, but it seems like they just want to take it out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I don't blame them at all for it. So the Northern faction and the, well, Eastern faction is going to be quite early into a war, I think.
Yeah.
But justifications can start flying, and we have 10% already, and it's Australia justifying against Madagascar.
Oh yeah, the globe is heating up.
Poor Madagascar, it was nice to have you on the map.
I guess it's, I don't know if it would have been my first choice though, right? Because if one of the other side goes for, you know, a strong naval defense there, like you'd want to be able to, you know, put your feet on the mainland first, right?
Yeah, that is true. But I guess they might want to go there just because they want to South Africa and grab that very quickly.
Yeah.
But the big question is, can they?
I don't know.
It will check Australia and their divisions. They have 5 divisions in total. They're really well trained, but they're like just mass infantry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a quick look and see what their divisions are. Okay, they're a bit smaller, but they are quite a lot of them.
They wouldn't have had a lot of XP to start messing yet, though.
Yeah. We're gonna see what happens. As soon as justification begins, they just turn into military mode, so
yeah,
we'll see what happens right there.
I think what we're all curious about is what Wales is doing now.
And we have Siam, oh, just fine against Kenya. Okay, very nice, very nice. So the aggressive faction seems to be the Eastern faction.
Yeah.
We have British Raj justifying twice, we have Siam justifying, and Australia justifying. Yeah. Where are the justifications from the north? Where are the justifications from the west? We're just gonna wait and see. But Wales, as everyone knows, they're doing deterrence right now, because they're, well, apparently fearful for anyone attacking them. I think you're fine, Wales. I think you're fine. Yeah. And Denmark.
It's too bad our diplomat mode doesn't have the justifications, actually. No, I think about it.
Denmark just
would have been
Denmark.
Nice to see where they're
They
hitting.
want trucks.
Who
Truck
doesn't?
away.
Who doesn't?
Aye.
Truck driving beard.
Let's see. Portugal. Ah, there we go. Now we're more. Oh my God. Yeah. Portugal justification. Kingdom of Morocco, increasing it by. Like, that was like 11%. Because remember, you more justifications that happen. What's that? Swedish? You more. The more justifications you do, the higher the world tension is going to rise up.
It's 37 now already.
Yeah, and the quicker the other opponent's justification is going to take. So, oh, there we go, Greece against Egypt. Yeah. Everyone is doing something, every faction except the Western one. What's going on with Mavasir, Shenrir, and Bert Black?
Are they going for like a longer strat or something?
Maybe they're just we're gonna isolate themselves. We're not gonna win, but we're not gonna die either. We're gonna stay in. We're gonna create our faction. We're gonna
Yeah, maybe they figured out that there's some sort of thing where the Swedish AI is just going to rampage, and that'll be the only ones out of safety. I don't know.
Maybe they're just gonna kill the other players. They're gonna just build up the entire time.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Build up the entire time, then just invade Australia. He's talking a lot about how he's gonna invade everyone and just take over the world by all players. If he gets killed, that'll be the greatest moment of the stream.
Yes.
It's gonna be lower than my salt goblet, but it's gonna be higher than Puppet in Denmark.
Wait, I haven't seen your salt goblet.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we can put it up on screen, but it's really glorious.
You can bring it around for the next session.
Like, I really wanted to bring it along right now, but I'm so worried it's gonna be damaged or anything. I almost forgot it yesterday. I don't know what I would have done if that would have happened. Like, I would probably have broken down.
It would probably be pretty salty.
Yeah.
All right, well, there we go.
Well, the first war of this session, I don't think it's going to be very much and very exciting. It's going to be the British marching in.
I almost feel like we should give him an extra point for all this.
Wow, really? Well, like, I was thinking, should we give, like, extra points for, like, cool maneuvers? Like, I'm in shock. I made this scenario.
It's true, so
I made the screw-ups as
right?
well. I also made Sweden.
I mean,
and
the one in the game at least.
Like, I'm kind of thinking that Sweden is just a puppet master of everyone. They're taking over the world and said, like, all right, rest of the world. Yeah. Now these are the rules, and you're gonna do what we want.
Maybe we can have a couple of style points. So, like, how many points do you think people are going to be sitting on? Like, how many style points do you want to have? Like 5, maybe?
I expect them. That's maybe a bit too much. Like, I expect them to take like 5 nations each before they start screwing with each other too much.
How about 3 style points or 2? Maybe only 1 style point, the coolest thing.
That's the best thing. We can decide whenever we want to. Like, oh my god, that was awesome. He has tricked that entire army. Let's give a style point.